get that question asked a lot, but I'm confident in myself. It's being here last year with him. I've learned a lot from him, and it's been easier transition coming in. But I feel like I'm gonna be confident in what I'm doing. Coming out first practice, I'm just like, wow, this is like a weird feeling. Like I'm the man now. Like I don't have to be behind Dustin. Dustin's not first anymore. I'm the guy. So when I went out there, I was like, it's a butterfly feelings, but it's a good feeling. And I went out there, made my field goals, and spring ball's been good.
What kind of confidence comes with that? Knowing that they recruited you, knowing that you're going to fill his shoes.
Since like about junior year, they were confident in me and seeing me kick then, and I'm really glad, Jimbo seen something in me, and I'm glad that I came to the school. I've always wanted to come to the school, like I've told y'all before, and I'm glad that they believe in me, they're confident in me, and I'm just showing them why they made that decision, why they made the right decision and stuff. So, I'm doing good out in spring ball, so.
Now, the relationship with you and Hopkins, you said you were there working with him all the time. Is this something that's continually going? Are you going to be able to call him, talk to him?
Yeah. Right now, he's working on his pro day and stuff, and he'll be in the training room sometimes, and I'll ask him, how'd you do and stuff, and we have that kicker, connection, we both know. Other people don't really, see oh, how'd you kick today? How'd you hit? Blah blah blah. But yeah, Dustin's a good guy. He knows a lot. And I'm looking forward, because we both went to Coles for kicking, and, I'm looking forward to still work with him in the future and stuff when he comes back down and stuff.
And then now your punter as well had to fill some big shoes,
Yeah.
Casey. Have you talked to him and asked him how he kind of dealt with filling an All-American?
Yeah. Like last year we were together and stuff, and, as he started last year, and the first game, he came out, he was starting, so I was like, Casey, take it easy, calm down, because I seen him, as always, I'm going to have the jitters my first game and stuff. And I was just like, Casey, but calm down, you got this. Why did they recruit you here? Because you're good, you got it. And as I seen him, progress throughout the year, it's showing me how I should, just take it easy. They had confidence in me, and I should have confidence in myself to go out there and do well.
And then lastly from me is, so this is a whole new kind of deal for you, knowing that you're the number one guy, so practice has been a little different for you. So has it been easier for you to kind of get acclimated to the new coaches?
Yeah. Well, the new coach, I know, I've met all of them and stuff. Especially Coach Kelly's my special teams coach. Mm-hmm. I like him. His concept of kickoffs and field goals. I like him. How he tells me, not to kick that much, to save my leg, and it's just all the stuff. It's incorporated that Grant did, and it's not changing from one thing to another. A whole new thing. It's pretty much the same for kickers and stuff, but I like what he's doing, and I feel good coming on to. I'm anxious for the spring game already. So, but yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You mentioned you're giving advice to your partner. Relax, like
Yeah.
you've been there. So where do you get that from? Where's that leadership? It seems like that leadership's just been right there for you.
I don't know. Throughout high school, I've thought in high school I came out in games, and sometimes I'd be nervous, seeing the fans out. But over time, I was like, why do I get nervous? It's like Jimbo one time told me, it's like studying. Kicking's like studying for a test. If you go out there nervous to a test, it's a game, and if you're nervous to come out to a game, that means you didn't study right. And studying is like practicing, right? So if you're confident in your practice and you're confident what you do before the games, you come into the game knowing I'm prepared. I'm prepared for this. So why should I be nervous? You know what I'm saying?
Seems like you're a deep thinker here, Dow. Obviously, being behind a All-American. Did some of that happen from just studying Dustin?
Yeah, as we all know, he's one of the greatest, and learning from him, he told me one time, I asked him how was it your freshman year? You struggled a little bit, missing 4 extra points, and I just asked him that, how did it feel? I knew there was pressure, and he's like, yeah, there was, but over time you learn to not forget about those, and focus on the little details and stuff, and that's what he taught me, and that's how how I feel more like you said, deep thinker, confident in what I'm doing. So yeah.
Is it hard getting all the questions? I mean, when you have an All-American in front of you, the comparisons, and are you ready to just, I guess, one, how do you deal with that, but two, ready to start your era?
And I get a lot of questions about, are you gonna continue the golden shoes? this and that. And I'm like, Dustin was his own guy. I do got big shoes to fill, and that's good. That's a challenge for me, and that's a challenge. I got my expectations high, and I like that. I like a challenge, and but yeah, I'm excited. It's a new era, new me. Dustin, I love him. Good guy and stuff, but I'm going to be the man now, and so hopefully, a new era comes in, and I'm hoping, get Luke Rose awards and all that good stuff.
Well, he had golden shoes. Are you going to have garnet shoes?
That's what they say. What are you going to do? But I'm coming out with, a secret. Y'all see in the fall what I have in store.